Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Clueless 8, and this is the end of the day report for May 27th, 2014, the day after Memorial Day weekend. So, here we are in the markets making new highs. Everything that I talked about over the past couple of weeks, in fact, since my launch of my website on April 15th, 2014, on tax day, have been uncannily correct. I hope that many of you have followed the recommendations and my forecasts and have benefited tremendously over this very short period of time. I tend to post some of my more inner thoughts and what I feel about the market on the real time live feed Twitter service, so I do encourage everyone to try it out at some point. I will be giving a free 24 to 48 hour subscription to all basic members so they can see what happens within the closed confines of the intraday live feed, which I think is very valuable for a lot of people, not just for active traders. So saying all that, let's look at the S&P 500. First thing I have to mention is that the so-called smart money is very dumb. The hedge fund money, the pension fund money, and the mutual fund money is suffering badly because this market is showing its true colors and fooling a significant amount of dogmatic bears and shorts who kept on talking about Armageddon and every other terrible scenario that we can think of. I can assure you that we will be having a significant pullback in the near future. I've talked about this many times. However, the pullback is not going to come because we keep on watching the old adage which says a watch pot doesn't boil. Well, it really doesn't. The watch pot actually just kind of like does what it needs to do and stares back at us as we keep on watching it. I did post that quote on one of my media sites. So saying all that, here is what I think might be happening purely on a technical basis. We're looking at 1930 as the top of this rising wedge. Okay, 1930 on the S&P 500. And then we do what we need to do, which is come down hard and test out the 1864 level, which is going to feel very, very ugly. And hopefully we're on the right side of the coin to enjoy the ride down, just the way we're enjoying the ride up. These are 4 green candles. I believe we have a 5th green candle as we go into Wednesday earlier, and then we probably just give it all back. So we have to be very active tomorrow. Let's look at the another quick chart, which would be the Dow Jones Industrial Average futures, the weekly chart. Let's look at that. And the weekly chart, I've explained that very much in detail yesterday, so I want to go over that. Is we're looking at about 17,153 as the top. This is a wide Bollinger, but it wants to go higher. So it's going to fool pretty much every single analyst out there, and this market's just going to do its own thing. Right now we have broken over, draw the line here, we've broken over the highs. Sorry, we are at the highs right now, and we're looking to okay, we're right there, and the green arrows appeared, so we're ready to go. And the stochastics are confirming it. We have a couple of days more on the upside before we start to roll over. Let's look at the Russell 2000, and that is going to be the RUT. As we all know, this is where the real money is being made. I've said this weeks ago, I will say it again. Okay, this was the broken mess which is repairing itself. Right, that repair process is a lot of money in our pockets. We're looking at 1146 on the Russell. Okay, so if anyone's who's a numbers junkie, they're looking at 1163 as basically where we possibly make a short-term top. Okay, that's 18 points from here. So again, the small cap US infantry is on the march, and God help us if we break over 1160. In that case, we have free flight to hit the highs. And you know what? Anything can happen. We know what the downside is. We know the downside is this red line at 1105. We also know that this 9 we're right now over the 34 moving average, but the 9 average at 1124, and below that, all hell breaks loose on the downside, and we can see that right here. Let's look at the QQQ, something new we're going to start looking at. Okay, this is the power shares QQQ. This is an unbelievable chart. We tested, we fell below the 34 moving average. Look what we're doing now. Look at this internals here. Still says we can go higher a bit. A bit is the key word. Couple of days. And then we roll over a little bit. So here we are. We're going to probably hit the highs at 91.69. We closed today at 91.11, I believe, or 91.21. So once this cup is formed, we get to the upper end of the Bollinger on a major buying capitulation. That's about 94.46. So again, the way Apple's moving can very well happen. Tonight I'm going to stay away from showing too many charts because I want people to digest all the different charts and intraday missives on the chart that I've put through. I want people to be educated, my members to be educated, my members to be involved in the process we're going through, so that we can all make money, not just me on my trades and all that good stuff, but I want everyone to be involved in it. Okay, I am certainly very far from being a socialist. I'm a pure, unadulterated capitalist, and I believe in sharing the wealth with other capitalist type of traders. We live in America. This is the best house in a bad neighborhood. Everything that I've said over the past couple of weeks, over the last couple of years on stock twits, have somewhat come true. And again, I am not a dogmatic bull, but I do believe that over the intermediate term, we are going higher. Okay, in between 2, 4, 6, 10, 8% type of corrections that come our way. We've seen many of those. I've explained that many times. 1, 2, 3, 4 in my last chart. Let's look at the QQQ, and we can see that we do want to go up here, and the technology sector is on a major move. Look at price line. I have any comments? So let's look at the Nasdaq Composite as the final chart. We have broken out of the downtrend big way. So denial or not, technically speaking, we are in flea fight zone here. So the first stop, again, I repeat, is 4300, and then we're looking at 4470. Downside right now has been negated. The internals are showing us we are still going to go up for a couple of days, thanks to Apple and the whole lot. Let me cover a couple of quick stocks quickly, because this is going to be one video cast tonight. QIHU, okay, showed the chart to my real-time subscribers. This is the beauty. Showed the chart down here around 89, stocks at 95.4. Conference call tomorrow is 7:30 a.m. Anything can go wrong. We can fall below 90 and then keep on crashing, or we go straight towards 101.13. So far, my cursory observation of the numbers and the earnings reports tell me that they are doing very well. Personally, I don't give a hoot about Chinese companies or any other foreign companies. I'm a big US nationalist. However, it's a good company, it's a real deal, and they're gonna move higher. Okay, so I gotta slip this in. Ban Alibaba. No, just kidding. Well, whatever happens. Let's look at WDAY, another one of my picks for the earnings play, and let's see here. Let me pull this out. Again, after hours, making a significant move. Called it here at the close today at around